Hello, and welcome back to Seen by Few with Nick and Lance. This month we're doing our episode of Have You Seen? And it was my turn. After Tombstone, I'm like, you know what Lance might not like? The Proposal.
Well, I gotta be honest with you. You kind of caught me off guard with this one.
A little bit, because I don't really watch romantic comedies that often. I don't have anything against them. It's generally not a thing I go to.
I watched more than my fair share, Nick.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. And
I've watched more. Yeah, I'm looking right at you. I see you over there. Yeah, I've watched more than my fair share.
I've not seen that many, but I mean, for the most part, I mean, it kind of depends on who they are, like who the main actors are.
Yeah,
is going to be whether or not I kind of enjoy a romantic comedy, because if it's between these two people that you don't give a shit about, watch them be quirky. I'm like, I don't like those people, so I'm not into that movie. But this one is Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds. Like I like those people.
they are
It had
people that are in this movie.
it had Betty White.
Love her.
It had Mary
Rest in peace.
Mary Steenburgen.
Steenburgen. Play plicky plee ply ploo.
Steenburgen, yeah.
I used to say Mary Steenburgen, but apparently that's not it. It's Steenburgen.
Okay. It had Craig T. Nelson.
Yeah, Coach.
Yep, it had a coach.
Fucking Coach.
And a couple other smaller parts.
Had Oscar from The Office.
Oscar Nunez, from The Office.
No. Is that his real name?
I think that's what
I can't look, because if I look, I'm going to ruin the IMDb.
Yes.
But it had the guy who plays Oscar in The Office in the movie.
Oscar Nunez.
Okay.
And he played Ramon.
And he's playing a weirdo.
A couple other small parts. I mean, I don't know if you recognize Asif Manvi from The Daily Show.
Yeah, in the beginning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I picked him out. And I did recognize Malene Ackerman from something, but I still don't know what the fuck I know her from.
She's in Watchmen. That's probably what you guys know her from.
Yeah, she's the
She's
Silk.
in 27 Dresses.
She's the Silk
in
Spectre.
Kid.
Yeah.
She was Silk Spectre. She was the girl that was like doing.
Maybe
She was the girl that was doing Dr. Manhattan.
Maybe I just recognize her face then, because I don't know what else. I've looked through her IMDb and be like, I don't know what I know her from. But
What
her
was
face is so
What was the movie
familiar.
with the Bridezilla with the?
27 Dresses.
I've not seen.
No.
I've not seen 27
That's
Dresses.
Bridezilla.
Oh, is it?
That's the one where her sister's Jane and she's Bridezilla's on the loose.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't.
You're asking me to quote one of my favorite movies right now, Lance. Come on.
Okay.
Don't doubt me.
I'm sorry. I will not step to you on your throne ever again. My bad.
So I recognize her face. I still don't know. I maybe Watchmen, but I'm not sure.
Yep.
So originally, like you're like, hey, let's watch Tombstone. I'm like, I don't like westerns, right? And you're like, I'd like to watch it. And I'm like, okay, here we go. I mean, just be ready for that. The fact that I might not like it. And in response, I'm like, well, let's watch The Proposal, knowing full well that you're not a particular fan of romantic comedies, and be like, well, here we go.
Yeah.
And now we'll find out. So we've never talked about a romantic comedy. I don't even know if we've sat and watched one together before.
I mean, we did a review of Tombstone. It's kind of a romantic comedy.
So, Lance,
Yes.
on a scale from 0 to 10, what would you give The Proposal?
5.
5? I was like, I thought maybe it might like Betty White and some stuff to pull it.
That's why it's a 5.
Pull it up a little bit.
Her and Ryan Reynolds.
All right, I think I'm going to give it a 7. Because I have come back to this movie on multiple occasions, and it's kind of funny.
We're both one. And I said, let me bump it down 1. And then I was like, no, I'll just stick with it. Because
I mean, it's not a great movie, but there's bits in it that I find amusing that kind of bring me back to it. So I guess, spoiler warning for The Proposal, it was on FX Now, if you want to stream it for free. Otherwise, I mean, I own this one on YouTube. I've paid money for this movie.
so put your address in the comments and Nick will ship you his copy to watch.
It's on YouTube. Can't ship a digital one. I think it's worth a rent.
Okay. It's a movie that you can rent.
It is a movie that you can rent.
Yeah.
I like it. I like this movie.
I gave it a 5. It's
It's
middle
fine. It's
of the
fine.
road.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's not horrible, but it's not great.
But I think there's enough in it that I find enjoyable. But the Betty White bits are fun. So, spoiler warning, I guess, for the plot of a romantic comedy. Ooh, I wonder what happens in a romantic comedy. But, like, there's a lot of Betty White stuff in it that I enjoy. Like her out singing, like, to the tribe or whatever. That little scene's funny.
And then her going into the...
yeah.
It takes, what was it, the sweat drips down my ball. Yeah. So the funny part about that is when she starts singing that, I looked at Amber and said, when was this movie made? And she was like, I think...
2009? Yeah, it's...
Yeah, I think it might be 2009.
2009.
Yeah, she was like, I think it's like 2009, 2010. And I was like, is that song that old? Oh, skeet skeet. Like, is
to
that
the window, to the walls,
to sweat drips down my ball? Like, is that? I had no idea. Like, if you would have asked me,
you would have thought it was recent.
I thought that movie was like within the last 5 years. Or that song was in the last 5 years. Like, I had no fucking clue.
But like that song, and also the there's another one. It's not in this song, but it's not in this thing.
Good.
The on my neck, my back, my pussy
my crack.
But I thought like the song in this movie was that song, but I'd caught it from something else, and it's now just caught on to like every time like you're like my back, I just have to say it.
Okay.
It's not really a reference to this movie because it's not the song of this movie, but that's kind of like where I kind of got from just kind of pulling it up, but for inappropriate reasons.
Sure.
Because obviously that was an inappropriate reason to do it, but she was into it, and Betty White was like, "Fucking get down," I guess.
So her character is horrible.
Yes, she softens, but at the beginning she's awful.
Yeah, she's a terrible person,
and that's kind of the idea. But also at the same time, I think she's alone or she's lonely, and there's a lot of times I know there's this whole debate of you call like a man acts like this and he's a boss, a woman acts like that and she's bossy. So, is she that bad? Or is she perceived as that bad?
So she's quick to throw out horse shit on people.
Yeah.
Like when the one guy was like, you're getting married kind of quick. Is this kind of a ploy? And she's like, oh, we know about, weekend things, don't we? With like the mistress you had while you were still married. Like things like that made her character hugely unlikable just for the fact that she's so cavalier to like put that dirty laundry out there just to fucking smack someone down. It's admirable. But like,
so if the positions were swapped, would this guy be an asshole? I mean, probably, because he's like, you're going to marry me or you're going to get fired.
I've never seen a boss act like that though. Like I've worked for some truly fucking terrible people. Okay. And I know my managers watch this, not you. Love you guys.
Yeah.
You guys are great. But to have a person that basically walks through and people are like warning each other that they're on the way. Not only that, but like the way she talks to people, like when he was like, I want to go on vacation. And she's like, no, you're going to do this. You're going to go do this. And then she's like, are you still here? Like, that's not a woman acting tough.
She's pushy.
She's pushy and she has like high expectations, or she has low expectations of everyone, but like she drives them to like basically do whatever the fuck she wants. She's a kid with a handgun in a fucking toy store. Like her character's hugely unlikable. Like I don't even know why they called it the proposal. They should have just called it blackmail.
Yes.
Like,
it was absolutely blackmail.
Yeah, she was doing that to him, and then he immediately spun that shit back around on her. And that was the biggest part that I enjoyed about it, is when he realized what he had. And was like,
and
okay.
And he just starts like treating her poorly back.
Yeah, I'm
like,
I'm going on vacation, and you're going to jail. Have a good day. Like it was just, her character was deplorable.
Yeah.
And then you start seeing other people who are somewhat deplorable. Like, I didn't want to like his dad, but it's coming. I don't like fathers who fucking barb you. Yeah,
he was that. I know you're off doing the thing that's passionate for you and something that you enjoy, but why don't you come work for my dream? Take over my dream for me.
Yeah, see, that stuff like that pisses me off because it was coming from the right place, but the way he acted.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's the pushy dad. It's kind of like, why would you go down there and live in a studio apartment or whatever when I've got all this up here? Like, our name is on all these businesses. We got our own little thing over here.
Yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, you're in Alaska.
Yeah, so even when they, I don't know. It was just, there was a lot of people that were hateful in the movie, and then like there was the line, there was a part that made me even not like Betty White's character when she was like doing the whole dance and the fucking, just do what the universe tells you to do and just be free and just, let it flow through you. And then they kept grabbing that girl's ass and being like, you're Sandra Bullock. And they're like, you're coming over here and doing this with us. We're coming over here and doing this with us. Or, I really have something else I'm supposed to do. No, you're coming with us. Like, they just kept hijacking her ass and dragging her around.
It's just that kind of, I think the excited in-laws who were like, we've not seen our son for 3 weeks. We've probably got 3 days to get to know.
Yeah, we want to welcome
the woman he's going to marry. So
we want to welcome you to our family.
Yeah.
So I get it, but it's just the movie just had a lot of pushy fucking people. The dude Oscar Nunez.
Yeah, I didn't like his character.
His character's so fucking weird.
Yeah, he's creepy.
Like unsettling.
It's a style of like cringe humor, I guess, that I'm not a big fan of. I'm not particularly into The Office. It's because a lot of cringe humor.
Yeah.
And his stuff was mostly cringe humor, which I'm not into.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, this is awkward, and isn't someone being in an awkward situation funny? No, not really.
No, and especially kept calling her Mia Moore.
Yeah.
It's like this. What are you doing?
That's cut it out, dude.
Fucking stop it. But yeah, it was fine.
There's funny bits. Like I like when Betty White and them decide, like, I want you to have your wedding here during my birthday, and they're like, oh, we don't want to do that. Would you do it, please, before I'm dead? They're like, yeah, okay. We'll go.
It's always been my dream to have my wedding in a barn. Yeah. Some of the lines were funny. Some of the bits were funny.
I like the hawk snatching the dog.
Yeah, and she's like trying, take the dog, give me back the phone. Like that part was actually, it was somewhat amusing. Now, did the movie get like any big belly laughs out of me? No. At no time. What was it?
It's like an Easter egg hunt.
Oh, okay. When she was doing the dress fitting, and she's like, I know there are boobs in there somewhere, and she's like, oh, they're in there somewhere, and she keeps feeling around, and like Sandra Bullock even does the right here, and she's like, oh, it's like an Easter egg hunt. Oh, there they are. Like that part was funny because it looked like she was wearing a muumuu at that point.
Yeah.
She was like, but keep in mind, I was also pregnant at this point. But that part made me laugh. If it wasn't for Betty White,
oh yeah. I like Betty White. I like Ryan Reynolds. I do like Sandra Bullock, and I like how the character kind of like. So there's a lot of ways you could do this where it's just at the end and she's like whatever. But in this one, she kind of realizes like, oh, I've been an awful person, and I could see like what this guy is like and how shitty I've been treating him. I can't do this to him anymore. Like I'm gonna upset his mother and his nanner, so I need to just stop.
But like even then, like you'd figure like if you came to that fast of a whiplash stop.
Well, you see it occur through the course of the movie, where she's getting to know all these people, and she's kind of like, I don't want to do this, but it seems like we're stuck, and I kind of have to go through with it at this point.
Yeah,
it's like you started the law, you got to kind of finish it, and then the guy shows up with the out, and she's like, she was ready for the out, and it was kind of Ryan Reynolds' character being like the rebellious son, being like, no, if I'm in love with her, we're gonna get married. Fuck you, Dad.
It was fine. The agent who was looking into the case was a little over the top for me, but I mean, I get it. It's romantic comedy.
A lot of shit's over the top.
Yeah, but I mean, it was mainly the storyline was very predictable. I'm pretty sure Amber heard me like calling, strokes here and there, and like when she fell over having the heart attack at the end of the movie, I was like, okay, this is her way of getting him to the airport so he could try and stop her or whatever. Yep. And then, of course, they fall in love at the end of it. And then I thought it was kind of weird where, she was being the super bossy and telling people this. And then at the end of the movie, he's like, shut up, come over here, listen to me, and like that whole thing was just kind of, all right, well, I guess the shoe's on the other foot at this point. But yeah, she was just wholly unlikable. And it kept like, this is the reason you're not supposed to like your character. And then they're like, we'll one-up you. This is the reason. Yeah, like when they walked in the office to fire
Bob.
Yeah.
Asif Manvi.
Yeah, like I don't think Ryan Reynolds knew what he was walking into.
No.
And she just kind of blindsided him. And she's like, you're lazy, you don't do shit, you watch fucking porn videos on your like she just starts rolling it out there. And then when he gets pissed, because like when she walks out the office, she knows he's going to come out and say something.
Like, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it, Bob. Don't, and then finally she's like, yeah, we'll have people haul you the fuck out of here, and throw you out in the street, blah. Like, the movie in the beginning, it's like the first 20 minutes, they're like, let's do everything we can to make this character the audience just fucking hate her. And it got to a point where it was like, okay, I get it. She lost her parents. She kind of put herself behind walls.
Yeah.
And she just did everything by herself. That's relatable.
Yeah.
I
think that's what makes it more heartfelt near the end when Betty White's like, yeah, we're going to give you this. I have this necklace and all this sort of shit. And like on the boat ride back, whatever, she's like, I forgot what it was like to be cared about. And I think she's just built up so many walls that she's just kind of...
I mean, I get it, and I know there are probably people right now that are screaming at their fucking monitor like, you don't get it, she's a fucking...
At the same time, if someone treats me piss poor and it's like, well, see, his dad didn't love him, be like, well, he's still treating me like a piece of shit. It's no excuse. Go to therapist, work out your shit. Don't take it on me.
Yeah, don't make everyone fucking around you miserable. Like, and especially if you have that much power over them, it's like you're lording that over them, like a toddler with a fucking semi-automatic rifle. It was just... In the beginning of the movie, I was wondering, why is Nick making me watch this movie?
I like this movie.
And then
this movie.
And I even made a comment in the middle of it where, or near the end, I said, it's, this person is in a Marvel movie, this person's in a Marvel movie. And I said, I wonder why Ryan Reynolds never got his own Marvel movie. And everyone went, what? And I wanted to be like, Fox, not Marvel at the time, that, of this part in his career. But I just started laughing just because.
Who else was in Marvel movies? Something beyond him?
Somebody else, or maybe it was just something I was thinking of while the movie was going on. But
I like Ryan Reynolds and I like Sandra Bullock, so them together is kind of interesting. And I also found the her being the one that's like 12 years older than Ryan Reynolds or whatever, that being an interesting, because usually like in movies you'll have the man be like 50 and the girl be like 20, and they're supposed to be like, it's fine. He's James Bond. Who gives a fuck? And I just find it more interesting where they kind of swap it. She's the one. She's the boss. She's the one in charge. She's the one that's older. There's more of an age difference between her and Ryan Reynolds than her and Mary Steenburgen.
Well, it was another fish out of water movie. But like there was so much that was just unbelievable. Like,
of course.
I don't like water. I can't swim. Like she was so cityfied. She didn't know how to go down a fucking ladder and get on a pier.
She also had extreme heels on.
That's true.
I don't think I could go down a ladder in heels.
Say it in the comments if you want me to record Nick going down a ladder in heels.
Well, see, I'm saying I can't do it. You're the one being like, she had such a hard time. Maybe comment below if you want Lance to go down a ladder in heels.
I'll do it.
I know I can't do it.
If this video hits 1,000 views, I'll fucking do it. I don't care. Share it with your friends. You can pick the color and the size of the stiletto. Deal.
And then down to a dock, which is going to have slats in it.
I can do it. I get strong ankles. I used to rollerblade a lot when I was younger. And I'm fat, so I'm constantly carrying around this weight. I get strong
more
ankles.
like you're going to roller your ankles.
I mean, it could be worth a watch. Could be worth a Patreon video.
Yeah, make them legs even worse.
Hey, man.
What's worse than a bum knee? A twisted ankle?
We suffer.
For our art.
But yeah, this movie.
Yeah, she's extreme to a point, and that's it's exaggerated.
And you're supposed to love him. Everyone fucking loves him. He's like Jesus. He treats everybody good. Everyone fucking loves him. That's fine.
Yeah.
But even then,
I found it amusing that she was the Canadian and he wasn't.
I did laugh at that too.
Yeah.
I thought that was a pretty amusing part.
I also like that. Like, we're gonna have to deport you, like, back to Canada. It's like we're like the same place.
Yeah. And then the gag reel at the end was just kind of...
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, them just kind of riffing, and a lot of it wasn't even really funny.
No, not really.
But are you American? Of course I am. You crazy? Yeah, that whole thing.
Yeah.
Good on you, Oscar Nunez, for like completely slipping out of what people expect you to do. Talk about subverting expectations. Like he was just...
Yeah, he was 4 different roles in that. He was like the
stripper, preacher,
yeah,
bellhop.
Yeah, I was going to say catering probably.
Yeah.
And then at the general store.
Mm-hmm. That dude was everywhere. Yeah, it was
weird.
So fucking weird.
It's weird. This movie's got weird bits, but there's stuff in it that I enjoy. Because like Mary Steenburgen, she's in stuff I enjoy.
I think you just nailed the name.
Maybe, I don't.
Mary, would you please write down in the comments if we're pronouncing your name right?
Well, she's someone I usually see her face and I'm like, that I know who she is, and I don't.
Back to the Future 3.
Yeah. Well, I also know her from Step Brothers. It's probably where I kind of like started to recognize her face, but then I saw her like as the kind mom and everything.
And well, she was a pretty big name back in like the 90s. Mm-hmm. But Was this a revenge movie for making you watch Outlaw?
A little bit.
Or making you watch...
A tiny bit. Because
Really?
I knew it was a movie I was going to enjoy, and you probably weren't going to enjoy that much.
Okay. And that's exactly what I said to Amber as we started watching, and I was like, is Nick getting back at me on this one?
Just a little bit.
Okay, so we've officially started the making each other watch movies that we know we want to enjoy.
The difference is, I do like this movie. It's a guilty pleasure movie for me, whatever. Because I know it's not like a great movie, but for what it does fine. I enjoy the bits. I like watching Sandra Bullock go from like in the very beginning when she's got like the extreme ponytail or whatever, and eventually like her hair is just kind of, as she opens up and is more loose, her style reflects it. Because she's not walking around in the very uptight city thing anymore. Now she's wearing just like a yellow jumper and a fucking scarf or whatever, going like on a bike ride. I mean, she's a lot more laid back at that point in time.
Yeah, I don't know.
You see Ryan Reynolds open up to her a little bit when they connect over. It's kind of like how this tattoo is, for the Swallows, whatever, and she kind of brings up the one song. Not this. What was the other one? The song when they were lying in bed.
Oh, it was it Rob Bass?
It takes two to make a thing go right.
Hit it. I want to rock right now. Yeah. I'm Rob Bass and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock the microphone. Yeah, so Rob Bass.
Okay.
Do you know what the funny part was? This entire time I was like, I want to mention that part, but I couldn't fucking remember his name. So it's only when you said I want to rock right now. I was like, Rob fucking Bass.
But I enjoy the little bits they connect over. I like the dog. The dog was funny.
Dog was hilarious.
Just like when she comes out and the dog's barking at her, she's like, "Oh my god!" And he's like, "Oh my god, did you see it? It was Ferocious Beast." I mean, it's funny. It's like there's bits in it. I enjoy the little bits in it.
Yeah, it's. I guess you could say Ryan Reynolds was doing a lot of the adorable asshole roles back in the day like that. So, and honestly, this movie I didn't think he was as handsome. Really? I remember, maybe he's just got like a fine wine, like he's gotten better with age or something like that. That's
probably it. Like he took his shirt off and he's fucking ripped still.
Hey man, that body cannot be denied, but for some reason his face wasn't doing it for me in this movie. I don't know what I don't know what it was, but yeah, it was a movie that you made me watch.
It sure was.
Yeah.
Speaking of a movie I made you watch, what do you think the people on IMDb with 343,000 reviews? So it's got a decent average, I think.
7.7.
6.7.
Okay.
You're a full 1 point off.
1 point off.
Metacritic's got 30 critics. Who gives a fuck about Metacritic?
No one cares about Metacritic.
The critics rating on the Tomatoes is 189 reviews, so not a big sample size. What do you think the critics would give it on Rotten Tomatoes?
42.
It's real close. 45.
Oh. Nice.
The audience have over 250,000. So you've got a good sample size on the audience as well.
8.1.
So 81?
Yes.
68.
Okay.
I think the 60 to 70 range is about where I would fairly put it. So on IMDb being at like 6.7, that's fair.
The only reason I gave it such a high score for the audience was people love Sandra Bullock and fucking Ryan Reynolds. So
oh yeah, I enjoy Sandra. Ever since Speed, I've enjoyed Sandra Bullock. And I think even before, like, I remember Tim and I watching, like, The Net back in the day, and then going back to, like, rewatch it when she was, like, hacking on her laptop. That was, like, all right, let's do a little bit of internet hacking. Like, that thing is so fucking big.
I don't think I've seen that one. The Net?
The Net, yeah.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, really?
I think that might have actually been one that, like, came on TV at one point, and Amber was like, oh, this is actually an okay movie. No, not you? Okay.
I don't remember it being bad. But it was very, very early internet when, like, she was online and she happened to find some weird thing, and you're like, okay, this is... I don't think they understood what the net was.
I'm in.
Yeah.
They never do hackers right in movies. Not that I'm a hacker, but, yeah.
I think it's called the net, wasn't it? Yeah, it's 1985, so...
85, damn.
Not 95.
95, okay.
A crime drama mystery thriller, yeah. I mean, it's not great, but it's okay.
Okay, well.
I mean, they give it a 6. I'd say that's 6 and 51. I mean, those are...
Ha! Now you can't make me watch it.
You won't remember tomorrow.
Oh, okay, that's a good point. That is a good point.
I'd also have to watch it again. I don't know. It's fine. Oh, it's got Dennis Miller in it.
Maybe that can be a co-video. Dennis Miller?
Yep.
Okay, I'm a little more interested at this point. I like him.
It's not awful, but it's another one of those, like, why are you making me watch another Kate Beckinsale movie? You'd be like, what can I say? I like Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you making me watch a Sandra Bullock movie? What can I say? I like Sandra Bullock.
I'd watch The Net before I'd watch Underworld.
Well, tough shit. We got a vampire show and the Underworld's coming.
Fuck. All right, great. Well, is there anything else we wish to cover about this movie?
I don't think so. I mean, all that's left is your question to me.
Well, my request isn't going to be a revenge movie.
Okay.
So, Nick, have you seen The Shawshank Redemption?
Amazingly, I've never seen The Shawshank Redemption. Although, I feel like I've gotten broad strokes based on, like, Family Guy's made fun of it. Other things have made fun of it where they've done, like, essentially, like, this plot point, this plot point, and this plot point, and this plot point. So I think I know what happens in the movie. I just don't know the connecty bits.
Oh. Well, stay tuned, because next episode, Nick's going to sit down and watch this movie. And my voice is soft and pillowy. Like a Twinkie.
Like a Twinkie.
Like a Twinkie. All right.
All right, well, join us next week for Old School or New School.
Or
and
don't.
join us in a month for The Shawshank Redemption.
Please.
Yeah.
And please, like, comment, subscribe, give to our Patreon that doesn't exist. And, tell your friends. Be like, hey, you want to watch two fat dudes talk about movies?
Yep.
People like watching fat dudes talk about movies.
Also, tell me your favorite Sandra Bullock movie. Do you have a favorite Sandra Bullock movie?
Birdcage. Bird box.
Okay.
Box of birds.
Yeah, I know which one you mean.
Didn't she do a movie with birds?
You didn't watch that.
I didn't watch that movie. But
Oh.
Favorite Sandra Bullock movie? Oh, God. We did not discuss this before.
No, we didn't. This is me pregnant on you.
Favorite Sandra Bullock movie? Amber's made me watch Miss Congeniality a lot. She's good in that.
I do like that one.
I would have to say my favorite Sandra Bullock movie, probably, I really like Speed.
Speed's good.
Her and Keanu in that movie were great.
It
Fucking
said Blindside.
Dennis Hopper. There's a lot of hate right now on The Blind Side for some
Because
reason.
it was made up.
The Michael Laura is saying that
Yeah, that's
there's
not.
a problem with the two E's, so it's putting a negative outlook on the Blindside movie, but that doesn't discount how good she was in that.
Yeah, she was
very good.
she was good in Gravity. The Blind Side.
Never saw Gravity.
No, that one's pretty good. Miss Congeniality one. I like one better than two, but two was still pretty good.
I like William Shatner in those movies.
Yeah. What else was she in that was good?
A fuck ton of movies.
I didn't like Practical Magic.
Was she in a 007 movie? No, that's Speed. Okay.
Oh, Speed.
She
2.
went back for Speed 2?
She did. She didn't. Keanu didn't.
No shit.
Have you never seen Speed 2?
I have not seen Speed 2.
It's got Willem Dafoe in it,
Okay.
and it's on a boat.
I was hoping it would be William DeFriend, but
No, he's Willem Dafoe in this one.
okay.
No,
Does he say pop quiz hot shot at any point?
he doesn't. She was in Demolition Man.
There it is.
Is that your favorite Sandra Bullock?
That is my favorite Sandra Bullock movie.
Because that movie was also good, and I enjoyed her in that.
Hot dogs. Armor hot dogs. What kind of kids eat armor hot dogs? Oh, fuck it.
Every restaurant's a Taco Bell.
Yeah. Ooh, actual physical touching. Blah. Here, just wear the helmet. You don't do having like the hunka chunka like that. That movie was.
Do you want to have sex?
That is one of my.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here you go. Boom.
Yeah, but not with this thing. Yeah. That's probably one of my top 5 movies of all time.
Oh,
I love Demolition Man. We're fucking cops. We're not trained to deal with this. Like, I love that movie so much. It's what's your boggle, friend? What's my boggle?
What's my boggle?
Wait a minute. How much do you weigh? And the very next scene is that guy going through a fucking plate glass window. That movie's just it's too good.
That's a good movie. That's a good.
And I know I've told this story countless times, but we got the Demolition Man pinball machine when I used to work in Namco Cyber Station, and every single time we would test every bumper to make sure they work and like wax down the pinball machine so the ball just slides around easily. Every single time we'd open that fucker up and we would hit every fucking button.
Make sure they all make noise.
Yeah, and run the high score up, and then we're supposed to reset it so people can actually, but no, it was like billions up there, and we're just like, Phoenix! Jackpot! So it was a lot of fun.
My favorite might be Speed, but
Speed's a great one.
I do like The Proposal as well, just because it's kind of strange.
Meh.
We'll have to watch Gravity at some point in time.
At some point. I
remember-
blanked on Demolition Man. Whew.
Yeah, I remember them doing the zero G and Gravity pretty well. Because I think a lot of it was like you hang people, but then you film it from down here. So they're being suspended from this direction. So like when they're free floating down here, it looks good.
Is that the movie that has George Clooney in it as
It
well?
does, I think. Pretty sure it's George Clooney.
So I don't want to say the spoiler on that, but I think I've actually seen that movie.
Oh, really?
She's in a space station by herself.
Yeah, up in the International Space Station, and he gets hit by something, and then I think she's like knocked off of
What
it.
is it? This is spoilers. We don't
Well, I
want
think that's the premise of it. Is she's like stranded in space.
Who knows? Say down in the comments if you want us to watch this movie. We're gonna have to make some kind of weird challenge, like called basically "They Made Us Do It."
Yeah,
We're
it's on Max.
okay. Well, maybe we'll do it.
Maybe. I mean, that one's good. Yeah, it's got George Clooney. Ed Harris.
I don't remember Ed Harris in it, but I do remember Clooney.
It's mostly a Sandra Bullock movie because I think a lot of it is in flashbacks for the most part. But
Yeah.
I mean, they're up in space. There's not a lot of characters up in space.
Yep. So, thanks for coming.
Yep. And like I said, let us know your favorite Sandra Bullock movie.
Yeah.
Demolition Man's a good one.
Come back for the Hudsucker Proxy. Like, not Hudsucker Proxy. Jesus Christ. Shawshank Redemption. I keep getting those two mixed
What
up.
the heck is Hudsucker Prophecy?
Yeah, Hudsucker Proxy. I'll make you watch it one day. Have you seen it? Ooh. One day.
Well, join us next week for Old School or New School. Join us in a month for Shawshank Redemption.
Say down in the comments if you've seen the Hudsucker Proxy.
I've never heard of it before.
Hula hoops. About the man who invented the hula hoop.
Okay. I don't. Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Okay. Well, bye everybody.
Or is it?